primetime Poulton, keep it entertaining. You already knowin', outworking everybody and he don't ever quit. Talking about plenty comics like Graveyard Shift, Sea Dogs, Fighting Wolf, U.S. Assassin, doing just what he loves. This is his passion. Bring more value to your dollar. No, I'm not frontin'. That's how just a writer became a moral compass. This is primetime Poulton. This is primetime Poulton. Let's go. It's all about the boom. TMC, baby. It's all about the boom. Cowboy Phil, baby. Hit him with the body slam, elbow drop. TMC, Cowboy Phil, laid pot guys. What you see in the ring are two monsters. Energy of a king and of a rock star. Yeah, drop kick, probably make your heart stop. You ain't ready, super scary, and they staying on top. Hit a ding ding, better watch yourself. It's TMC and Cowboy Phil. Late pot guys, yeah, they the real deal. It's TMC and Cowboy Phil. 2 times a week, you can't compete. They body slam you down, now you taste the beat. The champions, they legendary, nobody like them. Coming for the belt, yeah, they coming for the title. Hey, it's all about the boom. TMC, baby. TMC, baby. Yeah. It's all about the boom. Cowboy Phil, baby. Let's go. Cowboy Phil, baby. Hey, 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 yeah, let's go.
Hey guys, happy Sunday. Hope your weekend's going great. Mine's been pretty good. If you're in the Northeast, like I am, we got hit by some snow starting Friday night into Saturday. Did some shoveling. Did a lot of packaging for U.S. Assassin. Took care of a sick child. Chase hasn't been feeling well. Woke up Saturday throwing up. So he's feeling good right now. So I thought I'd hop on a stream, do some wrestling talk. Royal Rumble was last night, and we're going to talk about it. But first, as always, got to pay the bills around here. And I want to thank you guys. Graveyard Shift, Volume 4. Passed $100,000 last night. I think right after the Royal Rumble ended. Because right after the Rumble ended, I went to bed. I was exhausted. I actually fell asleep a few times watching the Rumble. But I woke up this morning to see I had a DM from John around 12:30 asking if I wanted to hop on a stream to celebrate Graveyard Shift passing 100,000. Thanks for the invite, John, but I was sound asleep by then. But yeah, man, Graveyard Shift has had a great weekend. We're at $103,021, 1,140 backers. Still 10 days left, and this is the first half of the campaign, so we're going to extend it at the end of these 10 days. So yeah, things are going great. Our featured tier, which I'd like to highlight, is the Blood Bag. It's always the Blood Bag on the Graveyard Shift campaigns. This is where you get everything new. You get the Volume 3 reprint with the new John Malin variant cover. You get Volume 4 with the standard skull cover in a different color. This is orange, I guess, or yellow. I can't tell. And then the supplemental book, 48-page graphic novel with a story written by Phil Diaz, art by Tommy Patterson and Jimmy Reyes, and colored by Anthony George. So 3 books, $75. It's a great deal. I'm going to go out to Michigan, sign the books. Probably, a lot sooner than you would expect, because basically book's done. It's going to be lettered soon. And the book will be done before the campaign's over. So if you haven't backed Graveyard Shift yet, please do so. Who we got in the chat? We got OC Steve. He says, yes, it sucked. It's true. It's damn true. All right, show's over, man. Steve answered it for us. Nicholas Gear. What's up, Nicholas? Thanks for joining us. Amanda B sending out the link. Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, so let's talk about the Royal Rumble. I was psyched. I love that their new pay-per-view night is now on Saturdays. I don't know. I like Saturdays better because you can stay up late. You don't have to go to work the next day. So it works out great for me. But the Royal Rumble, when the Royal Rumble kicked off, I was like, wow, this is going to be a great pay-per-view. First match, Universal Championship. I knew something was up when Roman Reigns came out first. Champ never comes out first. He came out first. He's waiting for Seth Rollins to show up. Then the Shield music starts. He comes through the crowd in the old Shield outfit. Very cool. Fans were loving it. He was eating it up. Roman was doing a great job of looking like he was pissed off. And early in the match, Rollins just kept getting the better of Reigns. And Reigns just had enough and snapped, choked out Seth when Seth was in the ropes. He gets disqualified. That's not enough. He grabs a chair. He beats Seth Rollins senseless. I love that he beat him with the chair, and it was just the shot was set up just exactly like when Seth turned on the Shield. Eris in this chat. What's up, man? He says we need to do the worst Sunset 80s bands one day. Absolutely. I would be down for that. Eris is my fellow hair metal fan. Every time I find some obscure band, I send him a link to it. So that would be awesome. I'm definitely down for that. Let's set something up. So Roman just kept beating Seth until he was satisfied. Seth Rollins wins via disqualification, but Roman's still the champ. Next match was the Women's Royal Rumble. Sasha Banks was the number one entrant, and then number 2 was Melina. She was the first legend. They pretty much, there wasn't really that many surprises in the women's match. I think like Cameron and Michelle McCool and Molly Holly. I feel like they kind of spoiled everyone else. But Sasha and Melina had a split, a split off. I don't know. Sasha was sort of tearing through the early entrance. She threw out Kelly. Kelly doesn't look anything like she used to. I don't know what's going on with her, but she looked completely different. I would have never guessed that was Kelly. Some of the cool things, Cameron came out. Sonya Deville eliminated her. It was real rough on her. Then Naomi came out and fought for Cameron's her former tag team partner in the Funkadactyls. Fought for her honor. I like that the Bellas were fighting sort of as heels. They eliminated Liv Morgan after she had a reunion with Sarah Logan, which is weird. Instead of putting over Liv, who I guess they're never gonna make a top person in the women's division. Instead of putting her over and having her eliminate the Bellas eliminate her and then give her the L on the forehead that she's a loser. Who we got? We got General Piggy. What's up, General Piggy? Thanks for joining us. Nicholas Gear. Every rose has its thorn. Absolutely, man. But I was surprised. I thought Sasha was going to win this, but no, it was actually it was a surprise who won it. Ronda Rousey made her return, and she was the winner of the Royal Rumble match. Oh, one other cool spot. Molly Holly was entering the Rumble, and she got blindsided by the other superhero because it was Mighty Molly. Nikki ASH, just blindsided her, beat her up on the outside, threw her in the ring, and then threw her right out. But Ronda Rousey's your winner. She's going to go to WrestleMania, and who do you think she's going to challenge? I figure she's going to challenge Becky Lynch, big time Becky, because that's who beat her for the title. But after that match, we then had Becky Lynch versus Doudrop. Happy to see Doudrop get a push. I was tired of seeing Becky versus Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan for months. Although I kind of felt like they should have put the belt on Liv, build another superstar. But no, they're just having Becky go through opponents until it's WrestleMania time. And no different here. She defeats Doudrop. And then that takes us to Miz and Maurice versus Edge and Beth Phoenix. I'm not going to lie. I fell asleep during this match. I woke up and the Rumble was on. I know Edge is back and he's just sort of checking off items on his bucket list. So teaming with his wife, I'm sure, was on that list. But I have no interest in Miz and Maurice versus Edge and Beth Phoenix feud. Edge keeps trying to get this grit couple phrase over. It's never going to happen, Edge. Just give it up. I didn't mind the Miz Edge feud with Maurice involved, but now that it's like the husband-wife versus husband-wife, I don't know. I lost interest in it. Edge and Beth apparently got the victory. No surprise there. Hopefully this feud's over. And now it's time for the Men's Royal Rumble. AJ Styles was number one entrant. Shinsuke was number two. So they brought some old rivals together. I like the TNA chants when Robert Roode and AJ faced off. Johnny Knoxville got in at one point and got thrown right out by Sami Zayn. The head scratcher of the night was Madcap Moss eliminated AJ Styles. Just think this over. AJ Styles, greatest wrestler in the world as far as I'm concerned, and he gets thrown out by Madcap Moss. I don't understand it, guys. Just crazy. No real surprises in this except for Bad Bunny, but if you were on social media, you knew he was there. Kind of a disappointment. I think that's what everyone looks forward to, the surprises, the legends coming back. But it just didn't happen this year. And like the big, the big almost eliminations where they cheat, the guy cheats being eliminated by walking on his hands or something. Kofi tried for a big spot, which I feel like John Morrison pulled off years ago, but Kofi went for it and he missed it. His both feet hit the ground. The ref told him he was out. He was still trying to play it off because I don't think the camera showed that he missed until the replay. But yeah, he tried to do a big spot, which I think threw off the rest of the match because Big E came in after he was eliminated, and I think they were going to do something together. Randy Orton had a huge pop when he came out, and the place just like crapped all over when Lesnar eliminated him. Lesnar, I think, maybe eliminated more people than Bad Bunny, who Bad Bunny was tossing people left and right. How good are your wrestlers when a rapper, Bad Bunny, throws them all out? But no surprise here. Brock was the entrant number 30. He wins the Rumble. Once he lost, I skipped over a match. We're not going to talk about it. Brock Lesnar lost the belt to Bobby Lashley. So Brock was no longer the champ because Roman Reigns came out, cost him the title. So Brock somehow ended up with the number 30 spot in the Rumble. He comes in, he wins. No surprise there. He's going to challenge Roman at WrestleMania. Wasn't a good show. Really disappointed in it. It started off great though. That Seth Rollins Roman Reigns match was fantastic, and I want to see more. I want to see more of this feud. But now we're going to get Brock and Roman, which I don't know. I already saw a lead up to it for months, and nothing came of it. But let's talk about something I do love. Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling. When Phil and I started the Pod Gods, it was our favorite show, and it died down a bit. Maybe last summer, but I think it's back. This week, Tom Hannafan is joined by Matthew Raywall as his color commentator. The Ring of Honor invasion group. They took out D'Lo Brown, which I'm happy for because I didn't really like D'Lo. So I really like the chemistry between Hannafan and Raywall. So we get into the first match, Chris Bay versus Jake Something. Jake Something's a guy that, Phil and I, for months, were saying, looks like they were going to do something with him. They never did. And it looks like they're heating him back up. He gets the victory over Chris Bay. After the match, Gorillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, they came out and they beat down Jake. Jay White came out. Speedball Mike Bailey tried to save Jake Something, but he gets beat down too. And the Gorillas of Destiny grab the mics and say they're here to take out the Good Brothers and take the Impact Tag Team belts. So that's awesome. Match number 2, we get the Influence, Madison Rain, and Caleb with a K, substituting for Tennille Dashwood versus the Inspiration. Inspiration gets the victory. Caleb gets pinned. Nice code red by Cassie Lee. But yeah, this feud's been going on way too long. They need another female tag team in this division. Indie Wrestling Aces in the house. Last night's Rumble is an all-time top 3 worst Rumbles. Yeah, it was terrible. None of the surprises that you hope for. None of the big moves to save you from elimination. Just bad. One standout match, though, with the Roman versus Seth Rollins. Leandro in the house. What's up, Leandro? Hail to the pod gods. Let's go. Good to see the CGWF Future Hall of Famer. Thank you. And Leandro, when we have that induction in December, going to need you on the stream. Say some words about the moral compass, man. All right, going back to Impact Wrestling. Good Brothers, they approach Violent by Design backstage. They're saying, with Bullet Club here, we should probably keep our alliance together to take out Bullet Club. And then Gail Kim addresses all the knockouts at ringside. And basically, she's just singing the praises of Mickie James because she's going to be in the Royal Rumble. Oh, that's something we didn't talk. That's one of the few highlights, I guess. Mickie James coming out with the Impact Women's Championship and coming out to her Impact Music Hardcore Country. And she did good. She eliminated Mickie James, or Michelle McCool, who used to call her Piggy James back in the day. And I thought Mickie got a good, a good appearance there. They didn't do her dirty like I was afraid. I thought they were going to have Michelle McCool throw her out instantly. Next up, Steve Maclin is upset about his Ring of Honor match, title match that he lost, and Gresham challenges him and says he can have another match, but not for the title and not under pure rules. Maclin accepts. Match number 3, W. Morrissey versus the Learning Tree. Brian Myers accepted new members to the Learning Tree. So basically, W. Morrissey wrestled, 10 guys, 9 guys, 11 guys. Who knows? But he plowed through all of them, pinned Zicky Dice for the 1, 2, 3. Afterwards, Brian Myers enters and starts trash talking Morrissey. Morrissey starts beating him up, but Moose comes in for the sneak attack. Moose, the Learning Tree, and Brian Myers, they beat down Morrissey. And that takes us to match 4, Johnny Swinger versus Jonah. Swinger, fan favorite here. He was on the very first La Pod Gods Christmas special. And he gets taken out by Jonah. But AEW's Dan Lambert was in the crowd scouting Jonah. So that's interesting. It's amazing how these wrestling companies, they love Dan Lambert. I only wish I loved him because he's always on my TV. OC Steve says ducking. Who's ducking who? The moral compass is ducking no one. Next up, the main event, PCO, OC Steve's boy, versus Chris Sabin. For, I don't know, a year I've been saying I want Alex Shelley to come back so the Motor City Machine Guns can reform. But I like that they're treating Sabin as a main eventer here. He's part of like the Impact Army that's fighting off these Ring of Honor renegades. So main event PCO versus Chris Sabin. PCO with the big win. A brawl breaks out at the end. The Impact guys are joined by Josh Alexander, who he hadn't been in the original. He wasn't in the original 10-man tag. I guess he's taking the place of Heath. I wonder if Heath's at these tapings. I don't know, because it was Rhino, Eddie Edwards, Rich Swann, Chris Sabin, and Josh Alexander fighting off the Ring of Honor guys. Now, a little spoiler, I read ahead for the tapings, and it looks like Kenny King is going to be joining the Ring of Honor guys. And that's fine with me. I love Kenny King. So that does it. That does it for Impact this week. Good episode. Better than Royal Rumble. And I'm really enjoying the Ring of Honor invasion. We'll see where it leads. We'll see who stays. It was announced PCO has signed on with Impact. Hopefully the other guys too. I'm enjoying seeing Matt Taven there. Phil Diaz says, star of the show last night, the Mrs. Weiss rack. All right, AEW Dynamite. It started off with the ladder match for the TNT Championship. This is ridiculous. Cody was only out for a week, and they set up an interim champion in Sammy Guevara. When Cody came back, he gave a speech. What was it? A week or two ago, where he said, talking about CM Punk, saying how CM Punk, everything he said in his pipe bomb about wanting to work in Japan, work with the Bucks. Someone actually did that. It was Cody Rhodes. I was all aboard the Cody Rhodes train. I was Team Cody. It seemed like we were getting that heel turn. This match was great, but it's just, I don't know. I thought it was senseless. I thought it was dumb to put the belts back on, put the belt on Sammy Guevara. I just hated the whole angle with the interim champion. It would have been interesting had Cody not gotten COVID, if the eventual plan was to put the belt on Sammy. I think the storyline is going to be that Cody wants a contract with the company because he's currently wrestling without one, but I don't know where it's going. Next up, we get a promo with Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks out in the snow. They make a challenge to Dante Martin and Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal basically taking Leo Rush's spot. Leo posted that his contract's up with AEW soon. He's taking indie bookings. A lot of guys whose contracts are up have sent the tweets out. Marco Stunt, Peter Avalon. I'm sure we'll see one from Joey Janela soon if we haven't. Match number 2, handicap match, Wardlow versus 2 enhancement guys. Wardlow gets the easy victory. He was the hometown boy this week. 5 powerbomb symphonies to both men, and he gets the easy 1, 2, 3. Match number 3, trios match. Santana, Ortiz, and Jericho versus 2.0 and Daniel Garcia. Santana and Ortiz not tagging in Jericho, making it known that they don't need him or want him. Jericho takes the hint, starts to leave, but he comes back and hits an elbow that actually wins the match for them. I don't know. I feel like the Inner Circle has sort of played out their. I don't know. There's really nowhere else to go for the Inner Circle. Break them up, and just let Jericho be a solo act, or keep Jake Hager with him as his heavy. I wouldn't mind Jericho going back to heel, honestly. Next up, Layla Hirsch versus Red Velvet. Layla Hirsch gets the victory. Layla is a female wrestler in AEW I actually like. When their division was really weak, Layla was one of the people that I thought shined more than others. So it's good to see her get the victory. Main event time, lights out match, Orange Cassidy versus Adam Cole. I figured Adam Cole would somehow cheat so Orange could get the victory, because they don't really book Orange Cassidy that great. For the longest time, they booked him great, and then they had him lose. After beating Jericho in a feud, they had him basically get squashed by Brody Lee, defeated by Cody, so on. And no, he actually gets the win, so I was happy for that. I thought Orange should have won the AEW World Title when he was in that three-way with at the pay-per-view against Omega, and I forget who the other person was. Was it Neville? I don't know. But yeah, I thought they should have put the belt on Orange Cassidy then. Zaid Comics says Layla is a midget and I like her. Kind of sucks on the mic though. Yeah, make her the female member of Team Taz. Taz can talk for her. So that does it for wrestling. I sped right through it since there's no Cowboy Phil. Cowboy Phil is actually in New York with his girlfriend. CGWF this week. We got a couple of big matches. Our exhibition match is our first hardcore match. It's going to be a backstage brawl. It's going to be Rob Arnold versus Luke. I don't know how to say Luke's last name, but he's Death Metal Hero on Twitter. So I'm excited for that. That's Wednesday. And then main event for the King of That Thing qualifier, we have Big D, Don Chin versus the Assassin, Mike McMahon. I'm looking forward to calling those matches, seeing what 6 a.m. has up his sleeves for us. And Six's brother, Brian McSix, now has a Twitter account. What's up with that? You got to keep that guy off social media. He's a real creep. Phil Diaz says, wow, Phil, bros before hoes, man. Yeah, it's not the first time Phil's ditched me, and it won't be the last. I need a backup LaPod guy that I can call on whenever Phil ditches me or says his power went off and he and he leaves the stream early. Leandro says they can break them up for a year or so and then unite them when one faction keeps effing with them individually, forcing them to bring back Inner Circle with a purpose. Yeah, I agree. I just feel like they're played out right now, and they should all go their separate ways. I'm not sure what the matches are over on Breaking Rad on Tuesday, but should be a good show. We're almost done the qualifiers. Who would have thought? The matches on my channel on Wednesday are the last of the qualifiers. Then we'll get into the actual tournament, which will be part of the next pay-per-view. We haven't set a date yet, but we'll all the winners of the qualifiers will compete in a tournament, and the winner gets to face Shane Davis. And I think we're going to have a couple other matches on that card as well. The Diaz brothers, Phil's in the chat. Diaz brothers haven't defended their tag team titles in forever. You got Crack Pack just beating every team in the CGWF. New team, the Pop XP team of Billy Tucci and Niall Scala. They're looking good. They steamrolled John Malin and his young boy Joe Sonntag in a bit of a shocker. Maybe not a shocker to Billy Tucci though. He was confident all along. Got OC Steve in the chat. He made his CGWF debut a couple weeks ago in a losing effort, but he'll get another shot. But there's still so many guys on the roster who haven't had a match. We have like an AEW roster at the CGWF. It's stacked, so not everyone. We need a CGWF dark for some of the other guys. Nicotronis, Crack Pack running wild, absolutely. Don Chin posted a promo today. He was hanging out with Aerith. I love seeing Crack Pack and Primetime 6 together in real life. Cractimus Prime, it is happening, guys. Leandro says Joe Sonntag, the betrayer. Yep, he could have been part of Primetime 6. So I thought the grass was greener in Michigan. Newsflash, Joe, it's not. Phil Diaz says we're resting. Yeah. That sometimes in sports, man, the team that has the longer rest, they get a little soft, man. So hopefully you guys are training every day. Bow day. Absolutely. So that'll do it, guys. I'm going to go join my son, Chase. We're going to watch a movie. He's not feeling well, like I said. Thanks for joining me. Go share the link. Let people watch the replay. And I'll be back Tuesday on Breaking Rad for more CGWF action. And then Wednesday on my channel. Yeah, there you go. Leandro said, watch that ring rust, Phil. Exactly. So see you guys later. And thanks again for making Graveyard Shift 4 go over $100,000. I appreciate it so much, guys. Later.